Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to my channel, Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're doing our longer reading, March 17th through the 31st, for my Libras. Hello, my Libras. How are you? Okay, so because it's the longer reading, I use three decks of cards. I use my Doreen Virtue Angel Tarot cards. I use my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards, blah, blah, blah. And I use my Osha Zen Tarot cards, okay? Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused with Reiki energy, and this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. Take what you like, leave the rest. So, what do we have going? Okay, we all know that Uranus is now in Taurus, so expect the unexpected. Now, but March 20th, big energy day for, well, energy week, I don't know, you want to even go forward. So with March 20th, couple things going on. Full moon, super moon. So we've had 3 super moons in a row, and the super moon is in Libra. So we have now the super moon in Libra that wants to bring balance to us. You know, Libras love their balance, they love harmony. Unfortunately, Uranus is the, expect the unexpected, so there could be people, I think it's more people than actually occurrences, but people can create their occurrences that will not necessarily be harmonious, and those will be kind of jarring to us. So that's what's happening. Then, on March 20th, we have the March equinox. And with the March equinox, that's, equal light and darkness. So for the northern hemisphere, we're going into light, spring, and for the southern hemisphere, going into dark, fall, okay, or autumn. So, that in itself is going to be an interesting time. Then we have, on March 20th, we are going into Aries season. And what Aries does is it starts our astrological year all over again. So this is very much like a New Year's Eve, New Year's Day type of thing. So we have this full moon. So basically I'm going to advise you, get out there, give your resolutions for the year, reaffirm them if you haven't, go, ask what you need for. Use this energy because it's going to be really, really strong. Now, and remember, all of that was created by something very much larger than me, okay, and you. So, it is something to, if it wasn't there, it basically is being given for us to appreciate, to honor, and to use. Now, the other thing we do, we still have Mercury in retrograde, and that in itself will be there till I think it was the 28th. So people coming back. Let's see now. Nothing was popping for me, but let's go ahead and cut and 3 cards down, and let's see what Doreen Virtue Angel Tarot cards have to say. Now these are the ones that, and this is why I use them for the shorter reading, they basically give the most direct message. Then when I use the John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards, that fills it in. And then when I use my Osha Zen Tarot cards, that gives us kind of advice. At least that's how they connected with me. So let's see now what the cards say for you, Libras. The 2 of Air. Air, of course, is your energy. It's the Wi-Fi. It's your thought processes. It's your thoughts, too. When I say thought processes, it's also what comes into your head from whatever that supernatural being is, or, for your psychic development, that type of thing. Okay, being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. Okay, let's go on and see what this next card says, because you have been going back and forth a little bit on this. And I'm not necessarily sure. This could be that good old Mercury being retrograde, so it's bringing back some of that past stuff that you've actually been getting rid of. You've been getting rid of a lot of that past So this could be that because of Mercury going retrograde, you've been kind of holding on, or you've been pulling back things. In fact, that's kind of what I'm feeling like you're going through the way I'm seeing like it's like you're going through the wastebasket, you know how, or the waste can, you know how you throw some, or you think you might have thrown something away, so you're pulling out the old banana peels, oh, this is icky, da-da-da, and you're like looking for something that you might have thrown away. The thing is, though, what you're looking for was put in a safe place, but it's like you're revisiting, and it's like you're revisiting your recent past, okay? So that's what that Mercury retrograde is doing. Now, with that, Mercury, okay, we'll do this hand. Mercury, when it starts to go retrograde, it's like, okay, here it goes, and then it starts to go retrograde and it goes backwards. Now, when it starts to go direct, so here it's going to start to go direct, it doesn't necessarily meet up to where it started from for about, if you think about it, if Mercury retrograde was for how many days was it, 21, 22, it's going to take that long for it to get back into that place. So what I'm picking up for you, Libras, is you may be picking up some old habits that you actually had gotten rid of, or old thought processes that you actually had gotten rid of, okay? So try to keep it positive, keep it real, but yet, thoughts, words, keep them positive. Know that if you feel, because when you start doing something like going back, if you feel like you yourself are going backwards a little bit, when that happens, just realize that this is just temporary. It's almost like it's giving you a little bit of a rest. It's kind of like putting you back into a familiar setting so that you can rest a little bit, because you will be going forward again. Okay, so let's go back to this second card. This one is the Five of Air. Again, it is your energy, and it is an unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation. Review everyone's motives. Again, it's like, where it says it's an unwise choice, I don't think, no, you're not choosing to go back there. It's just that it's just kind of like it's pulling you back into that thoughts again, that thought process. It's pulling you back into possibly that situation again. So whatever that was, again, it's having you, when Mercury goes retrograde and stuff like this happens, it's having you actually go back into that time so you can actually look and see what choices you made about that situation. So it's kind of like when, there's movies about people that go back in time, and then, the butterfly effect, and then they change things like that. It's so you can see, so that you can then, maybe you didn't really resolve those issues. You went forward and you didn't really deal with those issues. I think a lot of you Libras did deal quite with it, but it's like you need to now keep cleaning that area up a little bit more, just a little bit more, because once Mercury starts going direct again, I do think that things will really, you'll continue to go forward. So when you find yourself, and I kind of feel like I see Libras going, I just dealt with this. Why do I have to deal with this again? Well, this is the advice I'm going to give you on this. When you are finding yourself in that same situation, do something different, okay? It's like giving you an opportunity so you can do something different and actually resolve it or bring more resolution to it, okay? Let's see what this last card says. This is reversed. Okay, the Emperor, Archangel Michael. So basically what's happening is, while you're revisiting this situation again, which was not necessarily one that was all warm and fuzzy for you, it is saying, Archangel Michael is saying, this is actually going to put your pieces back into place for you. Because it's kind of like, okay, and again, I'm not saying this is happening, but it's kind of like, okay, I signed a contract where I said I wanted, ABC, and you agreed to that. Well, now it's like the contract's being looked at again, and it's being reopened again, And you're now looking at it and saying, well, you know what? I didn't even think about, A, B, C, D, E, F. I want that in the contract too. So it is giving you an opportunity to change an outcome, okay? I hope that makes sense, because it's really, it's not something that we see as, well, it's like there is a divine presence for you to help you get to your next place. But it's saying, Archangel Michael is saying you have to have the courage and strength to revisit it, so that you can change the not the situation. So you can change it's not the outcome, but it does change the outcome. But it's like you can change the players, okay? You can change the requirements. You can change the chess pieces. You can change, it's by revisiting that past, you are going to be able to change what is going to then happen with the future. So Archangel Michael, organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. And with this, I really feel that, that towards the end of this time, when Mercury goes retrograde, you're going to be happy that you did revisit this. I really feel you'll be happy you revisited whatever that situation was, because it will turn out for your betterment. Again, it's like, okay, I had this, it's like, okay, I bought a house and I agreed on everything. Now the contract fell through. It could be even that. The contract fell through. Well, you know what? There's an even better house that I wanted. I am so glad that contract fell through, because there's this other house I wanted. Or the contract fell through and I have to renegotiate it. And yes, and I want the refrigerator, the washing machine. I want all the appliance this time around. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's really going to be a good thing for you to revisit it, because, and I feel it's more that first thing. It's like, yes, I'm glad it fell through. We're revisiting it again because I want something better. That's really what I'm feeling for you. You want something better. And so, so accept it, work with it. And if you find yourself in that same situation, do something different, because it's basically basically this is giving you that opportunity for a different outcome. And I like that. I like that. Many times over, you're like, wasn't I just here? Why does this seem so familiar? And you do have a choice. You can do the same thing over and over again, but in this case, it's like I'm feeling like I am hearing that by going backwards, you're going to you're going to do something different, and that could be also because of all the strength you have been gathering. So let's go, I know that I said in the beginning, but as it unfolds, it's like all the strength and all the direction and all the divine guidance that you've been getting, it's like it's bringing you back, so you now have clarity. You now have clearer eyes. So if, again, I'm going with the contract, I don't know why, but it's like if you have a contract, and this could be a divorce, this could be a house, this could be, whatever you would make a contract with. It could be a new job. Maybe you're a consultant and you had a contract. But it's like you go back and something falls apart with it and you renegotiate the terms, okay? And the only way you could have done that is because you had to go back, okay? Okay. This is I'm kind of getting a little, yeah, I think I'm on the right track with that one. Sometimes I just have to talk it out a little more. Okay, so can you give a little bit more clarity, advice, not advice because we'll get our advice cards, but clarity to this reading for our Libras? So while this 2 of air and the 5 of air may not necessarily seem positive, it really is going to be positive. It is going to have a really good outcome. So 1, 2, and 3. And I hope nobody is, getting divorced. But if it is something that needs to happen, then, it needs to happen. Okay. I'm using that just as an example. This is the first card. Let's see. Okay. We're going to go here. Use your intuition. Basically, you are being divinely guided. You're being given this opportunity you actually will have a stronger intuition as you revisit whatever this is, and you are actually going to know what you need to do. Okay? I love that. I do love that. Now let's see what this next card says. Okay. This is okay. So, financial and material changes. This is, and this is again, this is a 5 again, and this is on your 5 of air. And your 5 of air is again the unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation. Review everyone's motives. This to me is telling me the same thing. By revisiting it, you are going to be able to change a financial type of outcome for you. I'm taking this, fives are change, fives, that happens a lot, change. But I'm taking this as you will be able to, if you keep clarity, and if you remember the lessons you've learned, you have to remember those. If you do that, you can, and I'm hearing mitigate the damage. You can mitigate the damage, okay? Because the old, whatever that was, contract was not going to serve you well. But whatever revisiting it, because you're going to be able to, again, mitigate the damage. Okay, that was very clearly there. So you need to basically use your intuition with that. Now this last card is rest and rejuvenation, and that is on the Emperor. So what this is saying to me is that when this thing that you have to revisit, instead of fighting it, go with it, okay? Don't fight it. Go with it. Accept it and go with it. Because by doing that, all these little, I feel like, actually, I know that, there's little coins. I feel like little coins are like just falling from the heavens, and they're all like being stacked. I see them all being stacked in, their respective piles. So in the United States, we have our pennies, we have our nickels, we have our dimes, our quarters, half dollars too. We even have dollar pieces, though we're more into the paper. But I feel like I'm seeing all these little coin things coming down, and they're all being put into place. And that is why why you have to go back, okay? So now, and you need to accept it so you can change it, okay? Yeah. We're going to go to Osha Zen Tarot and see what advice can you give our Libras. What advice can you give our Libras? Oh, you can't. I'm going to let you come out. You better be a nice card. Okay, let's see. Let's see. What advice? Okay, let's go ahead and cut. There was a card that basically was like straight up. It's like, okay. So it better be a good card for us. Okay, so now that first card that I told you, let's see what it says. Trust. Trust. Free fall. Trust. Okay? So these cards are saying trust your divine higher power, guardian angel, spirit guide, whoever it is. Trust. Trust that the universe is going to catch you. Okay? Because it's not going to, when you have to go back, it doesn't always feel fun. But trust. It is for your betterment. Second card is, again, this one is reversed. So the dream. Okay. Libras, you do have, a lot of Libras, even though we have our balance, we have our clarity, but not a lot of people know what dreamers you are, that you do have the romantic side to you. You do have, a lot of things that you keep hidden, okay? But with this dream, this is basically now, and I've had it where I've told other, that, not to go with your dreams, but this, I'm feeling like you need to start holding on to your dreams. I feel for what this card is telling you, that you have stopped dreaming and you need to hold on to your dreams. And especially during this time, because you're going to think, why am I going back like this? You need to hold on to your dreams, because this is preparing for that, okay? This is saying hold on to your dreams. Now, and this is this advice. Now let's go on to this last card. Here we go. Again, reverse. So all of these are very strong, advice messages for you. And the thing is, this is called innocence. And here this is this very old person, old man, who probably has seen more things that any of us have seen. You know, he's lived to a very, you know, very wise old age. We hope that he's wise. He does appear to be wise. And I don't know if that's a caterpillar or a katydid or what the green little bug is, but he's looking at it with wonder, okay? And I feel that what this card is trying to say is not only are you supposed to trust the universe and your divine, you're also supposed to start holding on more to your dreams, but this is also saying to see the wonder in the world. Isn't it kind of wonderful that you are being, and I know you're saying, oh yeah, right, Deb, you are giving an opportunity to go backwards so that you can almost like right a wrong. You can make some changes. And isn't that like a wondrous thing? I think that's very wondrous. It's, you know, I think it's very wondrous. Okay, so this is what the energies are saying to me. This is what the cards are saying to me. Now, green border, green top. I hope it looks green. It might look yellow, but it is green. Basically, you know, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. If you do celebrate, happy St. Patty's Day to you. It is a fun day for the people in the United States, so happy St. Patty's Day. Now, my Libras, as always, know that you really are loved and be blessed. Bye-bye.